here on the south side of Chicago, we've had a lot of national attention lately for the violence at here. 400 killed. There's been 400 shootings in the last year here in Chicago, and that's something we don't like. But again, when that happens, gang people, nothing for kids to do. Gang members recruiting as early as 8th grade, trying to get these kids involved in those kind of activities. There's not a lot of other alternatives for kids to participate in until programs like the Kroc Center have come up. And so for Mrs. Kroc to have a vision to open up 26 of these centers throughout the United States really has a national impact on some of these challenges our kids and families are facing. To be able to offer alternatives for fun, for play, for sports, for arts, things kids want to do but they can't find in their schools anymore, nor can they find in their neighborhoods. These are exactly the kind of programs that are needed to help give them a distraction to keep them off the streets and get them into positive activities. We've had a lot of small social services helping out, trying to join us with programs which makes them stronger to reach kids. Ceasefire is one program that we work with in the community to try to stop violence before it happens. But now what we're able to offer through this center is to bring the kids here, educate them, let them have some fun so it's worth them coming, and to give them again that distraction, that fun, that team that they can belong to, come swimming, come work out in the gym, come join a theater program. And that way, when Ceasefire talks to them about bringing peace to the streets, that now they'll be motivated to do that. We worked with St. Sabina's Church in our community. They're a great long-term with Father Flagger being here in the south side of Chicago for so many years. He's created small entrepreneurial programs for kids to work in and to be a part of. And last summer we collaborated with them on giving kids jobs here on the far south side through the Kroc Center so that these kids can have summer employment and also be helping other kids stay off the streets and have a good time together. So we're working with a lot of churches in our community, with the aldermen, with the city of Chicago again, to try to come together and find out why this violence exists. But it's, in reality, that's an easy answer. It exists because there's not a lot for these kids to do. There's few places for them to go to have a good time that's not on the streets. There's few places for them to go to make money if they want a job. The easiest place to do, the easiest thing to do is to go out and get some drugs and sell them. So by having the Kroc Center here, we provided 200 jobs to this community, young people and adults. We provided learning opportunities, helping them to improve in their schooling by our after-school programs. That way they can qualify for a job, to get a better job, to get to college and get that ultimate job that they want. That's going to bring peace to these streets. It's interesting that gang members have come to the center. They play here basketball. We deal with their children. We help them out because even the gang members want these streets to be safe because it's their children, it's their daughters, it's their nieces and nephews who are getting shot in the innocent crossfire. That's happening. But if they have a place here to come, even the gang members' families can be safe, and it's good for our community to know that we've got the cooperation of those gangs, that the Salvation Army is a safe haven, won by our name and by working with them, and to know that this center needs to be successful here on the south side. If it's successful here, we can replicate this throughout the city and throughout the country to start changing our cities by bringing these programs back for kids which have disappeared. We had a shooting a few weeks ago here on the south side where a girl got shot and had to run 4 blocks to the Kroc Center to be safe. Now that shooting didn't occur here. It was just a few blocks away, but that girl, as a member here, knew she could find safety at the Salvation Army Kroc Center and find the staff and the help she needed. We were able to link her with the ambulance, got her the help and care that she needed, and we've added to her membership now that her family can come here for the next year free so she can get the rehab she needs, which again she would have had to travel to the north side to get, that is now here on the south side of this center. So that family, again, a year ago, she would have run to a vacant field and had nowhere to go for safety, her and her friend. But it's, again, programs like the Kroc Center Salvation Army that's now providing that safe haven for all kids, all seniors, all adults to come to know you can be safe and we can change and bring peace back to these streets.